All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gold, as now all know, and I welcome to Coke Radio and Television Station where they give a back to back as they happen, as the suburb of our Bodo, Nigeria, on top this matter of this federal government of our Nigeria, most especially the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the argument and the response from the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, that he has said on Tuesday again. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Tuesday yet again urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to stop the controversial Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway at this period of time. To stop the project, he urged the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administrations to stop this construction from Lagos to Calabar Coastal Highway. That due to, and his reason is because as it may lead to massive job loss at a time of rapid unemployment in the country presently, which means he's trying to explain why the project has to stop, because a lot of people will lose their job, a lot of people will lose their home properties and other things, and that is why he's urging the federal government and the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, most especially, to stop the project. All right, that is not by the way. So I want to play this short clip to give us a clarification as Arise TV give analysis and say and give a more explanation on what Peter Obi said on Tuesday. Take a look at the video.
Give way.
Our next program is that we have to remove all structures on the road as long as we are reconstructing the road. That's why we're even leaving most of the structures on the express. Once we start the work, the structures must go.
The governor also made it clear that no compensation will be made by the state government over such demolition.
All right, Ayo, of course you would know that video has made the rounds on social media, people comparing that incident to what is happening now. But there's a lot of things that we have to, cover here, including the first Twitter user who talked about the fact that, Landmark Beach, yes, Michael, and the fact that Peter Obi is saying unemployment is at a sky high at this moment.
So he challenged a number of things in response to Mr. Peter Obi's comments around, and like you mentioned, he's been very consistent in saying that, number one, this is not priority. Why the rush? There are other matters that ought to have been sorted out, especially with the amount of money that's been allocated to this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, including the over 50 federal roads that are in a state of disarray. And so he's talked about the fact that whilst we understand that we want to build roads, there are many roads in Nigeria that you can fix or repair rather than while still prepping or evaluating just how better to construct this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway without affecting a lot of jobs and livelihoods. And I must say that I agree with that, and a number of people have postulated this as well, not just Mr. Peter Obi, in terms of the fact that, and in fact, earlier today we talked about this, there are a number of projects that this administration can take on and a number of priority areas. There's hunger in the land, we need infrastructure, there are roads that are left, that some contracts are left, undone. Why are you not facing that? What is this big rush? What is this intention to quickly do that, despite the controversies around this and the attention it's attracted? In terms of the number of jobs, yes, that can be debatable because you can look at direct jobs and indirect job losses. So it's not just about the number of people who work around the Landmark area that he's referring to. It's also the other jobs, the contractors who go and work there, the service providers who go and work there. These are the ripple effects of the job losses. Finally, yesterday, we showed the video, 2 days ago actually. We saw the demolition of the properties. It wasn't just shanties. And in fact, to criticize the fact that the minister had said it would only be shanties that would be demolished. I know people who've lost jobs already, people who had to be scrambling following the demolition. What Nigerians are asking for is not what, we're not saying don't build roads, and Dr. Abati has established many times the right of way belongs to the government. They can choose if it's going to disrupt what in the benefit of public interest. However, let due process be done. Let it be done in such a way that that people can see a justification for that. And timing is key. People are hungry. We're looking for more ways to create jobs.
That's the difference between those two videos.
Yes.
We only have 2 minutes a minute each quickly. Rufai, you wanted to say a sentence.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was that I disagree with that guy's tweet because actually buildings were demolished. Places like the Breeze Beach and things like that and all of that were demolished. They were not just cabanas that were demolished. Pools were demolished. You know how much it cost to set up a pool? And a couple of other things on that area was demolished. That place was entirely cleared. Okay. All right? Yeah, you still have the event center there and all of that. Secondly, also, the truth has to be said. They're also making equivalence to Peter Obi's case.
Peter Obi's video in Anambra and this.
The truth is, if he didn't pay compensation, that was a blight on Peter Obi.
Yeah,
Let's not deceive ourselves. If you say you demolish Premier Brewery and you didn't pay compensation, that's a blight on you, Peter Obi, and you two need to account for that. But what we are saying is that we must support businesses and we can't keep disrupting businesses because we want to do infrastructure, which I know is good, but infrastructure is also supposed to aid business.
All right, Dr. Abati.
Okay, see, we had David Mai on this program, the Minister of Works. Beyond that, his major difference is that the federal government has the right of way, 250 meters, right? Now, if you add that to the fact that the Convention on the Law of the Sea of 1982 grants a sovereign state, the right to the continental shelf from about 12 nautical miles to the sea from the shoreline. And then, of course, the continental shelf of Nigeria is 200, nautical miles, increased recently to 220, nautical miles. So the federal government has justification to talk about right of way. Maybe you also need to look at, the Supreme Court ruling on another case, which was argument over, Section 162 sub 2 about revenue, federal revenue, and the Supreme Court, although that was controversial, saying that from the low watermark of the land border, inwards belongs to the federal government. So that's that clearly falls within the right of way. I've just added to David Mai's explanation by quoting the relevant laws. And David Mai was saying that they took only 50 meters. So if that is the legal argument, if these people, if they go to court, they will probably not win. The second thing is that the federal government has an obligation to maybe compensate them, so that there is a human face to all of this.
Really is what
and then number three, Mr. Peter is entitled to his opinion. But the federal government is not bound by his opinion. It's for President Tinubu to determine what is the priority for him. But I support the argument that, look, all of these projects should have a human face.
It has to have a human face.
Welcome back from that wonderful clip. On that's an right CV explanation. I think this is very clear. Before you go on a demolitions, there are a lot of people who have a valid paper, C of O of their lands and property, and also a lot of companies, But then I don't know, maybe I believe as a governmental system, there are ways and there are rule of law that guides demolition before demolition will take a place, and moreover, people who sold this land to them should be aware, or were they not told that that particular place is going to be a landmark for a highway to be constructed. All right, that's by the way. So on top of this matter, another man too don't come to Sobobo. He don't come talk in mind. Say, my brother. In fact, he called Peter Obi his brother, and he has given his own point of view on top of this matter. Why Peter Obi has no reason to oppose the project of the federal government, most especially the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let's take a look at the video.
I just believe that my brother Landmark is simply playing politics with, politicians, because there is nothing to claim. It brings me to some of the comments made by my brother, His Excellency Peter Obi. I'm not supposed to comment about it because some people have already done the work, and I saw what Arise brought, the say courtesy channel, and they were bringing, similar scenario when His Excellency Peter Obi was governor, and he made a statement. He said, any infrastructure that stands on the way of road construction must go, and there will be no compensation paid, quote and unquote. That's what he said. But look at me, by the human face of Renewed Hope Agenda administration, We are even paying for people that are illegally staying on the coastline and do not even have, valid infrastructure and valid documents. That is messy. That is messy. Some people darken counsel without knowledge. There is devil in details. When you bring judgment, when you condemn people, you bring judgment upon yourself. And that's what he has done. And I think he's inciting some of the Southeast people that are not well informed. He's inciting them, and he gets them into trouble, and he doesn't go to fight for them. Wisdom is a defense. We know money is a defense. But wisdom gives life to those that practice it. And I want our people to have wisdom, because I'm involved. And there is no humanity method to landmark. That matter should be buried, because I was there. And so we fought everything possible. Even people donated their right of occupancy to save his two big infrastructure. And that should show, appreciation. But some people have taken on it alongside with him to play politics. Some people are already very bitter.
All right, sir. Welcome back from that wonderful clip again. Where I believe on this point, Peter Obi and the Labour Party as a whole, it is not a new thing to us, the obedient, that right from the onset, the other party, the opposition party, never believed that the Labour Party can be at the level it is today. Most especially Peter Obi itself. Every other political party has given up on their visions, most especially immediately after the elections. But yet, because he's a man of passion, he get passion for what they do. And that is why they call us obedient movement. Do you understand that? So I don't know all these things they are saying there and there and there and there. I think there must be rules and regulations laid. There must be a that is to say, make a talk for the way we go to understand. They go give rules, say this place, so they know they build here. If you build for that place, that means you have violated the law of the land. So whatever your eyes see, you take. And I think that was what Peter Obi did in Anambra State when he was the governor of Anambra State. Now this particular man who you just watched his video did not understand. He did not understand that fact that Peter Obi is a man that have rules. Yeah, you go against this rule, you see the other side, the punishment attached to it. So for this junction, make it they know they torment my man. It's excellency. I know everybody now in the presidency, in the Bola Ahmed Tinubu has seen Peter Obi as an opposition with a threat. They are saying that okay, it's an opposition, it's opposing, it's not really support of them, despite the fact that they have come a long way to bring it closer to say, okay, join us so that we'll be the country together. I said no, he will never join. Say the friend of a dog is a dog. Don't you understand? Any sheep we follow doggy waka, he go chop shitty, and I say tape now. So for this junction, I want put you come my mouth to make it no be like say now let me there for this Obodo Nigeria. So we could ask next time. Bye.